Now, we know what is an acid, a substance which donates proton or releases H plus, a proton in solution, such as HCl. It also is a strong electrolyte, and a base is a substance that donates OH minus or releases OH minus in solution. It is also a strong electrolyte. When you mix both of them, a reaction known as neutralization reaction takes place. Neutralization, the word means that whatever are their effects, the effects of acid or the effects of base, that is, are being neutralized in this reaction. Acids are very harsh and very corrosive, and so can be bases. But when you mix them together, you form salt and water. If you mix them in equal ratios, equal parts, that is, you would completely neutralize them. For every 1 mole of HCl, for example, if 1 mole of NaOH is added, you get 1 mole of salt and 1 mole of water. Depending on what the acid is and what the base is, the salt could be different, such as if you take um, sulfuric acid H2SO4 and mix it with magnesium hydroxide, the salt you will get is magnesium sulfate, which is Epsom salt. Now, since this is aqueous in solution and so is this aqueous as well as this, we can write down the ionic form of this equation. Currently, this is the molecular form as we learned previously. So this is H plus Cl minus Na plus OH minus. On the right side, we have Na plus Cl minus and H2O liquid. Because it's liquid water, just as if it was a solid, we write it together. It's not aqueous, it's not dissociated. And then if we write the net ionic form, we see that the net ionic form has H plus ions and OH minus ions forming water. This is a double displacement reaction. If you think about it, H plus goes with OH minus to form H2O, and Na plus goes with Cl minus to form NaCl. But this is not a precipitation reaction because it's not as if a solid is settling down. Instead, we form liquid water. And that is the only part that's not the spectator ion in this reaction. Everything else is a spectator. Now, when acids and bases react and neutralization happens, we actually have a way to find out the concentration of an acid if we know the concentration of the base that reacted with it. Or we can find out the concentration of the base if we know the concentration of the acid that reacted with it. Because when they react, neutralization happens, forming water, and their acidic properties or basic properties are neutralized. And this particular way of finding out the concentration of one or the other based on the concentration of the other species. If it's acid concentration we want to know and we know the base concentration, or if we want to know the base concentration and if we have the acid concentration, that particular technique, an analytical technique, is called a titration. Titration by definition involves the addition of measured amount of a standard solution to neutralize the second unknown solution. So it could be either the acid which is the unknown or the base which is the unknown, and the other solution will be our standard solution, the one whose concentration is known. In the next video, we will learn how titration is carried out in a lab.